Hello everybody, and welcome to Bus Chronicles number 4. I'm Juarez, aka Walter, and this Bus Chronicles is entitled A State of Satisfaction. Now, as you all know very well, I have been driving the bus in Baltimore for a great many years now, alright? And I love what I do. I don't understand how anybody could do this and honestly not love what they do. It's a very intense position, and one that will truly test your gangster from time to time, so to speak. All that said, I've often been approached by friend and foe alike, with them asking me, Juarez, you've got degrees and credentials and other things. Why don't you go into management or something analogous to it? Referring to MTA, of course. And the simple answer to that question is this. For one, I love what I do, all right? In my opinion, people who jump from job to job every quarter, every couple of months, every year, so obviously must not be very content with what they do. But that's just my personal perspective. I love what I do, and frankly, I don't see anything else in the, right here, right now that attracts me as much as what I do in driving these buses. Number 2, okay, I, with all due respect, came to this company on January the 8th, 2010 to operate buses. I've always been what you call a bus lover. Never thought I would pursue this professionally as a career, having had, being a lawyer and judge at the forefront for many years. This is something I've wanted to do ever since I was about 2 years old, okay? And, I came here to drive the bus. It's what I love, it's what I do. Certainly it's not, the maximum of my potential, not by any stretch of the imagination, not at all. I have a brain, very in-depth one, and have certainly put it to use, all right? This, however, is my playground. And what I mean by that is this doesn't feel like work to me, because it's not, because I love buses, I love driving, and this is what I do, okay? I didn't come here to go into management, okay? I didn't come here to go over the rail. I didn't come here to do any of that, to dispatch, to pull bolts, to do any of that stuff. I came here to drive buses, all right? Now, that's not to suggest that if another position came about that I was obviously qualified for, that paid a whole lot more money than what I do right here, that I would take it. Don't get it twisted, all right? I definitely follow the bucks, all right, which is arguably why, another reason, in addition to me loving the bus, why I stay on the bus, okay? I like the bucks and I love what I do, all right? That's hard for a lot of people to comprehend, but the bottom line is, yes, I have 2 degrees, but my degrees were not meant for MTA, all right? I, got those degrees with other vocations in mind, teaching, all right? And that is what they will be used for. I mean, with all due respect, in addition to driving the bus, you all already know that I am a union instructor, a part-time trainer for new operator candidates, all right? So I get my teaching thrills with MTA as well. But of course, that doesn't put my degrees to work. My degrees will be put to work, either as an adjunct professor or as, a teacher in education, all right, lower education, rather than academia, preferably academia. But wherever I go first, all right, is fine. That doesn't mean that I'll limit myself to either education or academia. Of course, education is what we refer to elementary and high school, folks, and academia is college and higher. Anyone who was unaware of the distinction. But that's what my degrees are for, all right, teaching, all right, and that has nothing to do with the MTA, all right, so that is to answer anyone's question as to why I don't put my degrees to work with this company. That's why. I didn't come here for that. I came here to do what I do at the present time, and that's drive buses. It's what I love. It's something I've always wanted to do, all right? and my statements reflect only my personal perspectives on the matter. They are not reflective of anyone else, nor are they aimed or targeted at anyone else. One thing about us cancers, we are not what you call people who bounce around a lot. We don't jump from here to there or around Mulberry or Trafalgar Square. Once we find a routine, a rut, once we find something that's good and works for us, we stay there unless something compelling comes along to force us to move into something else. In other words, typically we cancers live by the motto of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right? And that is one of many reasons why I do what I do in remaining on the bus. Okay? So anyone had that question or wondering why I don't put my degrees to work at the MTA, that's why, because they're not for MTA folks. They are for the classroom at a local school or a local college or university. All right? But for the interim, at least for as long as I can foreseeably predict, this bus, this giant 41-foot vehicle, this is where I am, this is where I'm happy, this is where I'm content, this is where I'm going to be and continue sustaining my livelihood. Okay? So that's just my little testimony, and I felt I needed to make that clear for some, many people who are constantly wanting me to go into management or do other things. All right? So again, a state of satisfaction, and I thank you so much for listening to it. And I'll talk to you at the next Bus Chronicles. Peace out.